Story with my narcissist. So, as you know, we broke up, and one of the things I noticed is the smear campaign. And this is very, very common because, of course, they always want to be right. And no matter what, it's always your fault. So, for me, he started out pretty quickly already smearing my name, smearing the relationship, everything that we had done. Everything was just very much gaslighted, right? So everything I thought we had been through, everything we had been through was all a figment of my imagination, and somehow it was all my fault, right? And so then he'll engage with his new supply. So in this case, she didn't know me. She had never met me, which doesn't always happen, okay? So he does have other supplies in his phone, obviously, that he is involved with who do know me. And so then they will engage in a smear campaign about how bad you are, how awful you are. They may even start posting online. What I had to do was, not only did I block both of them, I now had to go through their friends and start blocking them because they were still accessing my content. They were still going on my Facebook. They were still posting things for me. Interesting is, here's a young lady who's never met me, never seen me, no engagement whatsoever. And she is thinking she knows everything about my relationship of 17 years. Often, for the most part, we lived together the last 10. And she knows everything about my 10-year relationship living with this narcissist in 35 days. There's no way that she would know the ins and the outs and our feelings, if my feelings were true, if his feelings were true. There's no way she would know anything about what really happened in our relationship in 30 days. So I've always found that interesting because, now they're attacking you. And, in their 30 days or whatever it was together, I don't know how long they were sneaking behind my back. They're positive they know everything about you, and they don't. And they will then engage with their friends to talk bad about how crazy you are. And that's the one thing about a narcissist, is they gaslight you to the point where you start questioning your reality. And they're triggering you, and they're pushing your buttons, you're pushing your buttons, and then they're like, what's wrong with you? And I'm like, nothing's wrong with me. What's wrong with you? And then I initially learned the cycle and learned how to deal with it. And I would just be like, why are you yelling? I'm not yelling. But they'll smear you. So just be prepared. I went online and blocked every one of their friends on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok, on every social media, Snapchat that I could find, that I was able to block them, their family, and anyone else that was following them, because that's how they're accessing. Even if they have to create fake accounts, obviously those are going to be a little harder to discover, but they did. They were still following my content. They were still making comments about what I was posting, so they clearly had access. And somehow the new love supply is positive that I want to go back to someone who's not worthy of what I had to offer, and someone who couldn't offer what I was looking for. And I'm completely okay with where I'm at today. I'm very happy where I'm at today, and knowing that I don't ever have to really see this man again. And that's ideally where I want to be. I don't ever want to see this person again. But somehow the new love supply is positive that I'm still in love with him. And yes, I did have love for him. I'm not going to say I didn't, but that doesn't mean I want to be with him. And if you know my history and you know everything that happened over the 10 years, I'm not even going to go back to 17, then you'll know that that was not a good relationship. It was very toxic, very abusive, very dangerous. And that's not something I want to go back to. So I really found it interesting when they started attacking me, started telling me, move, where are you? Like, I've moved on. I deserve better. So just know that they're under the impression the new supply will be very jealous. And it's possible that, my ex may still be thinking about me. So, but that's not my problem, and that's not my concern anymore. We've moved on. I've moved on. I'm doing things for me now. I'm not focusing on him at all. Other than I think it's important for healing and helping others heal through this process, because it has been a very rough road, giving up on something forever. So all of that future faking, all of those plans you had, they can still happen. They're just not going to happen with them. Blocked them. And friends of friends, I didn't really care, because you know what? They don't need access. They shouldn't be accessing my page anyways. So they may not even realize they're blocked, which is fine. To me, it just showed the in-depth degree of his being sneaky and disloyal and dishonesty. And it just made me a little more angrier at the situation, and then I let it go as long as I did.
Shut the fuck up!
I'm not the one that was violent. I'm not the one that was aggressive. But the new love supply, as well as him, are positive that I'm the crazy one. And so they're doing the smear campaign. So everything they can possibly find and say about me, they're saying. And that's okay. Because you know what? It doesn't matter anymore. Because you know what? That's their truth. But as a narcissist, you know there is no truth in most of what they say. They're a sociopath. So taking that's a sociopath's view, I'm good, because you know what? That's not the truth, and it's the farthest thing from the truth. It's their reality, and their reality is skewed because their life centers only around them. That they're going to come after you. They're going to say things, but you know what? It shouldn't matter because those people aren't your friends. They shouldn't be a part of your life, and if they are, then you need to block them. I went through, like I said, and I blocked everyone last night. I was just done, and I went through and blocked everyone, so that way they don't have access to my account through their friend, through their family, through their dad, their brother, their sister, their nephew, their neighbor, their coworker. Whoever came up on their list was blocked, and I don't really care because you know what? They need to focus on something else other than me. Their life needs to focus on what it needs to be focusing on, and it's not me. And their smear campaign needs to be on someone else. So with that said, don't forget, you're still strong and you got this.